And good evening. Welcome to Morty's Diner. This is Morty. All right. Whoa, what a day. What a past 24 hours. Just never ends. Anyway, have some interesting stuff for tonight's show. All right. Hey, let's say hello to One You. Hate, that's the word, baby. And viciousness. Great title. Well, tonight's show is entitled Haters Hating Haters Who Hate Haters Hating Hate. Now, you might think, well, that doesn't make any sense. Those words don't require a dictionary, they're not dictionary words. Let's do it again. Haters hating haters who hate haters hating hate. And I'll explain what I mean by that because it does have meaning. It's not just a jumble of words. GD, good evening. No hard feelings, my good friend Morty. What's going on? Hard feelings about what? Good evening, Bradley. Epic punters joining now. Okay. A good run. What does that mean? GD, you're. I'm not getting what you're saying. Was my statement deleted? I have not deleted anything on tonight's show. Good evening, Spring in Fialta. I hate it when people abbreviate hate as hate. Learn to spell, damn it. Well, that's, I agree with you. That's one of the outcomes, here we go, of the Democrat controlled education system in the US where, well, spelling, grammar doesn't matter. As long as I can understand the point the student is making, I'll still give them an A or a B. You see, so you're absolutely right. I don't know why people who talk like that are they have some kind of brainal insufficiency or something because it's just retarded, but they think it's cool. Good evening, Mega Value. Thieves strip Portland of copper wiring. Mayor is concerned. Thieves stripping off copper wiring. Where have I heard that before? Well, it's very lucrative business. Copper has a lot of resale value. Even in The Sopranos, when they bought those scam houses in the crappy neighborhoods in New Jersey with the assemblymen, the crooked assemblymen. And Tony went in there and with the veto, and they were ripping off ripping out all the copper from the from the houses. Screw the houses. They want the copper and all the stuff inside. But anyway. Jimmy, good evening, Jimmy. The face blasting hasn't been the same without GD. Oh, he's here. Yeah, okay. JB promised to pay to ban me everywhere, Jimmy. Get used to it. Now, I did. Let me just catch up and then I'll circle right back to that. They're just redistributing the wealth. Exactly. Who is this? Davy Smalls. This could be Little Dave. How you doing, Dave? Bending is for weak minds. Morty has the best background music. It mitigates the rampant face blasting. Well, I'll talk about that too. And GD. Okay, I'll repeat it. If the Jersey guys, degenerate, whose balls are so heavy, he drags them on the floor, shows up later paying to ban me, it's okay with me, Morty. I've had a good run. There's nothing like exposing douches for only pennies. Morty, did you ever see the Japanese snow monkeys during your time? Oh yes, they hang out in outdoor onsens and hot springs. That kind of monkey are called macaques, and the people all line up around. Gather around the hot spring and they look at the monkeys and the monkeys stare back at the people, Morty, did you see Docs suggest you are an NPD in an X post? I don't know what that means, system. What is an NPD? We must protect the peso cannon. All right, very good. Let me scroll back, and then I want to change the picture within the first 10 minutes here. Yeah, on this one, I heard the Horology Dungeon Locks report with Patel Philippe. I heard that earlier today, about noon, whenever it was on. And JB popped on. If that's the right show I'm thinking of, yeah. And I think it was. And he clarified, or maybe it was Marcelo. I don't remember. Anyway, JB reiterated what he said regarding GD. He said, if he ever pops on, to check out any live stream that's on, whatever channel it is, and he sees that GD on that particular show has donated anything, like, any pesos, then JB will not, if he were so inclined to, will not make a donation, a super chat, to that particular on that particular show. So that also means, according to what he said, if he, turns on somebody's show and he doesn't see GD anywhere with a super chat, then likewise, he would be amenable to making a super chat. But he's not eliminating the channel from super chatting, whoever's channel it may be. But that's the clarification on JB's statement. Okay, and yeah, big face blasting last night. I might talk about that for a second. The copper wiring, well, we know about that, right? And okay, I think we got it. Yeah, I got pictures of me and the snow monkeys. Very cute. Well, I mean, you can't get right next to them. They could attack, but all right, 14 people watching. Thank you very much. And if you like this channel or you hate the channel, please give a thumbs up or a thumbs down to help out and support it. Thank you very much. Okay, well, let's change the picture there. Let's go to the first, after the channel picture. Let's go to the first picture of the night. And when I post this, think about this for about 60 seconds. Give it some thought. Okay, and it's not about the quote and who it's by and who it refers to, are not about people specifically in the verse. It's the concept or the thought and the meaning of what he's saying, not those necessarily particular people. Okay, give it 60 seconds. Okay. One seldom recognizes the devil when he has his hand on your shoulder in friendship. That's a quote from Albert Speer on his relationship with Adolf Hitler. Now, I'm not calling anybody in the verse or on YouTube a Nazi or Hitler or anyone in the upper echelon of the Hitler circle. That's not the point of the quote. But think about the quote, how it applies to people whom you've met in life, or more so, whom you've encountered and perhaps see regularly on YouTube. And there's a lot in that quotation. And without any question, this quote definitely 100% absolutely applies in concept to various people, persons, goings on, relationships in the verse. There's just no question about it. And I wanted to share that so I can get face blasted tomorrow on the other channels. You know, okay, but it's really applicable and true. Okay, Morty, did you see Docs say suggest you're an NPD in an X post? Oh, it means, the narcissistic personality disorder. Well, Doc's report is correct. He's got me summed up better than my own psychiatrist, who happened to go to, his, whatever. He's at the Van Nostrand Clinic of Vienna. So Docs is right. I am an NPD. Everybody's an NPD. Okay. Yeah, well, Docs knows me better than I know myself. He basically, kind of said that kind of thing. All right. Very good. Oh, okay. It wasn't on the dungeon. It was on the bird brain. Oh, I don't want to say it. It was on Marcelo's show earlier today. JB clarified his statement, right? He promised to ban you everywhere. That I didn't hear. I did hear him say what I commented on before, a few minutes ago. I didn't hear him say he's going to pay to ban you everywhere. I wouldn't be into that. Not only the super chats. Well, I don't know. I don't agree with that. Okay. All right. Lemmings. Well, the lemmings are, Watch Nicholas a day or two ago called Marcelo, what did he say? He's a functional retard. That's what Watch Nicholas called Marcelo. He said he's a functional retard. Lemming. Well, they're all lemmings on those channels. I would say 80% of the viewers on those channels are lemmings. I mean, it's just undeniable. Who hates lutefisk for Thanksgiving? Well, I don't think I would want that, but where's that from? Iceland or Scandinavian countries? By the way, I was looking at flights to London because I've been invited to go there, which would include staying at friends' places to eliminate the hotel bills. And I can fly from Portland, because I checked out flight information if I do this. I can fly from Portland on a variety of airlines and, direct or whatever. And one of the flights, I forgot which airline it was, but it flies, I forgot, Portland or Seattle. I mean, I could get to the Seattle Tacoma airport, but it flies from Portland to Reykjavik, Iceland, and then to Heathrow. I thought, holy cow, that would be absolutely fascinating. But instead of just going straight through to Heathrow, stop in Iceland for however long the stop is, I mean, I would never have an opportunity to go to Iceland otherwise. It wouldn't pop up in my things to do. And so I think if I do that and fly to England, to Heathrow Airport, I would take the flight through Iceland, stop over for the however hours it is. I think that would be very exciting. Okay, let's move on. Jimmy, this quote reminds me of Gaius Julius Caesar and how he ended up et tu, Brute. Correct. Well, that applies to that as well, yes. Davy Smalls, I think the electrical guy was upset you didn't accept his peace plan. I have not been presented with any peace plan, so I don't know anything about that, little Dave. MT85, good evening. Nice to see you here. 9.99 super sticker. Thank you so much for the channel support as always. MT, thank you. Godwin's law. I'm not familiar with that. But then again, I'm not a physicist. So, okay. Yes, very kind, MT. Okay. GD, Marcelo unbended me, then didn't give me a wrench. Oh, I don't know if I want to read this. Hold on a second. I'm getting my benzos ready here, just in case. Marcelo unbended me, then didn't give me a wrench, so Liam would have an edge over me. The same guy who manhandled him in Thailand. Then JB ordered the spineless lemming to ban me. Well, GD, I can't. Okay, well, listen, that's nothing I can get involved in. Marcelo runs his channel. I have zero influence or impact on Marcelo, zero. And he's working closely, or he's allied, with JBJB as a panelist. So you would have to just take it up with them, or rally up the troops. Listen, I'll tell you what you'd have to do. Follow Jax's strategy. You're going to have to rally up the troops and get their boots on and just start marching. Whatever that was Jax said, which was pretty good. Well, what else is new in the community? Why are you picking on one person for being completely spineless? That's unfair. There's uncountable numbers who are completely spineless. Loyalty often trumps morality. Let me read that again. Loyalty often trumps morality. Well, isn't that the SS slogan that was engraved on every SS soldier's dagger? What is it? My honor is loyalty. Is that what it was? Or do I have it backwards? Right. MT. GD, just fire away. You said he only donates €2 every 3 months. Mm-hmm. An NPD is better than NPD better than NPC. Now what's an NPC? All these slogans, acronym NPC. I don't know what that means. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. Maybe it's just one notch above NPC is NPD. Maybe that's all it means. GD, nah. Let Morty make his €2. JB will be around for a bit, then disappear. He was never really a fan of Morty. Well, he's gone after me in the past. I mean, and I've talked to him about that. And at the present time, we're getting along fine. Okay. Yeah. And JB never hopped on the anti-Semitism Nazi stormtrooper wagon. Okay, he never bought his brown shirt and cap. So good for him. He's just a solid New Jersey guy. I'm sorry, North Jersey guy. We don't want any kumquats around here. Okay. Nicholas has a point. Okay, what was the point? Iceland looks beautiful. That's what, and here's the Biden. No joke. No joke. Right. Iceland would be amazing to stop at, whether it's just for a 2-hour stop en route to England, or if it's an overnight thing, I would do that. But you can visit Bjork in Iceland. But you see, now Bjork, I mean, isn't she interesting? I mean, she's... why would anybody buy a Bjork album or go to a Bjork concert? But listen, if you like Bjork, no problem. Buy her music and go to her shows. Enjoy it. But And good evening, Brightling. Also, I want to say thank you again for my guests on last night's show, Brightling and AD Never Calling. Last night's show was a real winner. AD was playing drums, and we had a really good chat with Brightling. First time on the channel. Okay, Brightling, one of those people fits the definition of a sadist. All right, hold on. I got to get those benzos ready. I feel the panic coming on. One of those people fits the definition of a sadist, deriving gratification from humiliating others. It is often originated from a loneliness to feel pleasure, but in a disturbing way. Well, you're absolutely correct. One of those people, okay, fits the definition of a sadist. Well, sadism, I've talked about the people who are sadists many times on these channels. Yes. Deriving gratification from humiliating others. That's completely correct. You're right. It's often originated from a loneliness to feel pleasure, but in a disturbing way. Well, you're absolutely correct. Double thumbs up. You're right. Hello, JDMTL. Why is Lux a rat? How much time you got? Okay. Well, I currently don't talk to Lux. I removed him from my channel months ago. He had years ago, he was on almost nightly, almost daily, I enjoyed talking to him, but then I realized who it was and I removed him. And then after about a year, maybe, I don't recall, he was asking me, let me back. So I thought, well, okay, I'll try it again. I let him back, and then he, went off the rails again. And so I said, that's it, So he hasn't been on this channel in about 4, 5, 6 months, whenever it was I last trespassed him. Why is Lux a rat? Why is JB a rat? Well, this is a very interesting question, JD, or questions that you pose. Imagine going to the backyard of an old Pennsylvania farmhouse out there in the country. Pennsylvania, beautiful countryside, just beautiful. So you're at lots of old buildings and old farmhouses and barns. And so you go to some old barn, and in the back, there's just tons of rats running around digging holes, Would you say to one of the rats, hey, rat? And they all look at you. And you go, why are you a rat? So my point is, when you have a barnyard full of rats, why are you picking on one or two people and accusing them of saying they're a rat when you got a whole barnyard full of rats? Jamie, oh, Jesus, incredible. I've gotten along great with Jamie for years. I have seen him recently, yesterday or today, and yeah. Well, it's, whatever, okay. Do you see the picture? What picture? Your avatar picture? What is that, a smiling turd? I don't know. All right. GD is now the undisputed drama queen of the chats. Drama queen? No, system. I disagree. I disagree vehemently. Vehemently. I'm not in the South where they say vehicle. What do they say? Hotel. I'm going to the hotel. I'm going to call the police. Did you see his vehicle? So yeah, no, he is not he is not the undisputed drama queen of the chats. No, that title goes to somebody else who, I'm not going to mention. Okay, Jimmy. Man, it all makes sense now. Look at this tiny ecosystem we are part of on these shows. Hate, viciousness, bending. It's no wonder the world is so fiked up. God help us all. Well, you got that right. Jax is distributing the Pervitin and jackboots to the troops, Morty. Well, yeah, Pervitin was like amphetamines that the Wehrmacht troops got when they went into battle. That kept them up for like 3-4 days straight and just drove them insane with energy and focus, you know. And yeah, I heard Jax last night a little bit, and he said, I'm going to go all the way. Well, all I can say is go and listen to Jax last night. He talked about lining up the troops, getting the boots on, and storming the enemy. Or I don't remember what it was, but it was colorful. Vitamulch B. I don't know what that means. It's amazing what a couple of pennies can do. That sounds like a song title from the 1920s. It's amazing what a couple of pennies can do. It's amazing. Yeah, okay. Right. GD, I'm proud of stirring so much shit for so little money. Well, you have that title, that's for sure. I thought you were Latvian Orthodox. If I met the right woman, I would become Latvian Orthodox. At this point, frankly, what difference does it make? Does Morty still own NFTs? Well, the answer is yes and no. It's a complicated answer, and I really prefer not to address it at this time. Come on, man. No joke. Incredible. The press Davey, the press secretary, Levitt, torched Biden the other day. It's hilarious. She's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You have hacked the system brilliantly, GD. Well, first off, people say on these channels, first off, how do we know, is GD really in Argentina? He's never been on anybody's panel for more than 2 seconds. He came on here once for 2 seconds. But we've never heard him speak, so we don't know if he has an Argentinian accent, South American, kind of Spanish-speaking accent. We don't know. For all we know, he could be in Bayonne, New Jersey, eating kumquats. We just don't know. So, yes, okay. GD. Let's see for how long Google fixed the membership glitch. The peso one is next. Free GD. All right, okay. Hey, rat. Why are you a rat? Yeah, you see, well, that's exactly right. Exactly. But that same thing can be used to, hey, Trumper, why are you a Trumper? Hey, convict, why are you a convict? You can use that for many cases, many situations. I didn't leave a comment, but great show last night, Morty. Last night's show was a real treat. I mean, AD and Breitling, it was really good. I didn't leave a comment, but great show last night. It was a real pleasure to hear Breitling. Indeed it was, and see Patrick drumming on stream. Indeed it was. I'm going to call the sales guy at the music store I shop at, which is called Sweetwater, which people may know about who, are into music. I'm going to ask them, what kind of gadget do they have? I'm sure they sell something like this, where I